Yeah, good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning, children. Good morning. Yeah, so we did a little part of word problem. So we're almost, towards the end of this chapter, linear equations and two variables. At this point, we know how to solve a pair of linear equations in two variables and find the values of x and y. So you know the two methods, elimination method and the substitution method. And you also know the situation in which you have to use the special method to find the values of x and y. So when you're given a pair of linear equations and two variables x and y, you know how to solve the two equations and find the values of x and y using the elimination method, substitution method, and in the relevant case, you know how to use the special method. And after that, we also understood how to make graphs. We also saw the graphical representation of linear equations. We understood what is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, x is equal to a, x is equal to minus a, y is equal to b, y is equal to minus b. We also understood that if the equation is of the form ax plus by is equal to 0, that is the constant, the value of c is 0. I repeat, if the equation is of the form ax plus by is equal to 0, that is the constant is 0, c is equal to 0, the graph of this equation will pass through the origin. For example, 4x minus 5y is equal to 0. Now, even without making the graph of this equation, you can for sure say that the line of this equation will pass through the origin because the value of c is 0, the constant. It's 4x minus 5y plus 0 is equal to 0. See, like ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So since c is equal to 0, the graph of this equation will pass through the origin. So this is the equation of the y-axis. X is equal to 0 is the equation of the y-axis. Y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis. X is equal to a. X is equal to a represents a line parallel to the y-axis at a distance of a units to the right of the y-axis. When it's positive, to the right of the y-axis. X is equal to a represents a line parallel to the y-axis at a distance of a units to the right of the y-axis. X is equal to minus a is the equation of a line parallel to the y-axis at a distance of a units to the left of the y-axis, right, left. With respect to the y-axis, we have right and left. With respect to the x-axis, we have above and below. Above is positive, below is negative. With respect to the y-axis, right side is positive, left side is negative. Now y is equal to b represents the equation of a line parallel to the x-axis. When it is y is equal to something, it will be parallel to the x-axis. So y is equal to b represents a line parallel to the x-axis at a distance of b units. Now, when you say x-axis, you must say above, below. You must not say left, right. Because with respect to the x-axis, there is no left, right. There's only above and below. So y is equal to b represents y is equal to b is the equation of a line parallel to the x-axis at a distance of b units above the x-axis. y is equal to minus b is the equation of a line parallel to the x-axis at a distance of b units, because distance is always positive. You cannot say at a distance of minus b units, because distance is always positive. So at a distance of b units below the x-axis. So now you can identify when I say x is equal to 0, immediately you say it is the equation of the y-axis. Equation of the y-axis. Y is equal to 0, equation of the x-axis. Equation of the x-axis. When I say y is equal to 5, you will say it's a line parallel to the x-axis. Y is equal to 5. So when it's y, that means it's parallel to the x-axis. And it is 5 units above x-axis. Above x-axis. When you make the graph, that's how you'll get a graph like this. You'll get a graph like this. There's only y is equal to 5. This is the graph of y is equal to 5. Because when it's y is equal to 5, it's parallel to the x-axis. So like this, parallel to the x-axis. Is it above or below? It's above. Why above? Because positive 5. See, children, if it is given y minus 5 is equal to 0, you have to transpose and write it as y is equal to 5. Now you shouldn't think it's a negative 5 here and get confused. So if you see the equation y is equal to 5, even without making the graph, you can say that the line will be parallel to the x-axis because it's y is equal to a number, a constant. So it's parallel to the x-axis. And this 5, y means y, so parallel to the x-axis. Then this number 5, positive 5, so above. So parallel to the x-axis, 5 units above the x-axis. So like this, the equation, the graph will look like. Now, when you have y is equal to minus 5 or any negative value, so you know that. I'm just giving an example. So when you have y is equal to minus 7, so because it's y is equal to, so it's parallel to the x-axis. Because y is equal to y, so it's parallel to the x-axis. And minus 7, meaning below. Negative, no, so it's below. The two positions with respect to the x-axis are above and below. And because it's negative, it's below. So 7 units below x-axis. Then when you see the equation like x is equal to 10, x is equal to, so parallel to the y-axis, parallel to the y-axis, and positive 10. With respect to the y-axis, you have two positions, left and right. So it's a positive 10, so right, negative 10, left. So x meaning it's parallel to the y-axis, and 10, a positive 10. So let me just show the diagram roughly. So x is equal to 10. X is equal to, so it's parallel to the y-axis. Okay. Then positive, so right side, 10 units. So it will be like this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. This is the line of this equation, x is equal to 10. It will be parallel to the y-axis and it will be on the right side of the y-axis at a distance of 10 units. This is how the graph will look like. X is equal to minus 8. Okay, I forgot to write this. Okay, so x is equal to 10, parallel to the y-axis, 10 units at a distance of 10 units to the right of the y-axis. Right of y-axis. Then x is equal to say negative 7, parallel to y-axis. X is equal to no, so y-axis, parallel to y-axis. At a distance of 7 units, because it's a negative 7 to the left of the y-axis. Then we also understood that if C is missing, the graph of that equation will pass through the origin. Ax plus by is equal to 0. C is not there, meaning C is 0. Ax plus by is equal to 0. The graph of Ax plus by is equal to 0 will pass through the origin. That means 0, 0 will lie on the graph of Ax plus by is equal to 0. So this is what we have understood. This is the summary of what we have understood in the graph part of linear equations. Children, you can just make a note of this. You can just write, give the heading graphs and my learning chart or whatever. This is very important. Please write down, children. You can write it like, just give the heading once again. See, it should be like, it should not be like any other, answer or question. So that should, you should wait when you come across this page, you must wait and revise it. So make it colorful, or, write it, meaning you can write the heading graphs with a bigger font, make the size big, or use a different color, or probably you can just put a cloud around what you've written. So when you come across this page, when you revise, you must stop there. It should not be like any other page, because you have the information regarding graphs, put in a nutshell there. So make it different from the other pages, using different colors, putting a cloud or whatever, bullets, whatever, I don't know. So a bigger font for the heading alone, bigger font. Don't write everything like that. The heading alone, so you stop there. Why have I written it, in very bold letters like that? Yes, please make a note. Aisha, good morning, Aisha.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, is my screen and my audio? My screen is visible and my audio is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good. Please write. I'll just come back, children. Done writing, children?
Completed, ma'am.
Yeah.
Completed, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. Now, the other thing we learned about graphs is how to find the area of the triangle enclosed. Okay. With one graph line along with the x-axis and y-axis. So supposing you have an equation like, just for example, so like 6x minus 7y is equal to 42 or minus 42, whatever. Now you need to find the question is, okay, let me give the question completely. Find the area of the triangle. Find the area of the triangle bounded by the lines x is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0 and 6x minus 7y is equal to 42. You don't have to find the area of the triangle. The question is not to make the graph. You should make a graph only if you're asked to make a graph. Just because we have equations x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and 6x minus 7y is equal to 42 does not mean that you have to make a graph. There is no mention here. Find the area of the triangle. That is your question. We are not asked to prepare a graph for this. So you need not make one. You should just find the area of the triangle. So how do we find the area of the triangle? So for that, take up this equation and when x is equal to 0, find the corresponding value of y. Find the corresponding value of y. Okay, 6 into 0 is 0. So minus 7y is equal to 42. Y is equal to 42 by minus 7. Y is equal to minus 6. Similarly, when y is equal to 0, 6x minus 7 into 0 is equal to 42. So 6x is equal to 42 because 7 into 0 is 0. So 6x is equal to 42. X is equal to 42 by 6. X is equal to 7. Now, here we have when x is 0, y is minus 6. Okay, so here we have x when x is 0, y is minus 6. And here when x is 7, y is 0. So now these 2 points lie on this line. See, when I see now don't we find the values to like this for this xy table? This is what we do, right? We give a value for x and find the corresponding value of y, or we give a value for y and find the corresponding value of x. This is what we do. So we have found 2 such points, but these should be the 2 points. You must find when x is 0 and y is 0. When you should find when x is 0 and y is 0. Excuse me. So clearly, and again, you should be careful. See here, you should not write 0, 7. It's not 0, 7. X coordinate first and then the y coordinate. So x coordinate is 7. X coordinate is 7 and y coordinate is 0. So write the order correctly. That's why it's called an ordered pair. All right. So now from this, you can gauge the graph. You can just make out how the graph will look like, So see, we are going to make the graph now. Rough work. Okay, so you can rough work, but it can be a part of your main work also. Rough doesn't mean you have to do it and rub it out. It can be a part. You just do this graph roughly in your main answer. Okay, so now we know that x is equal to 0 is the y-axis itself. So this is one line. X is equal to 0 is the y-axis itself. And y is equal to 0 is the x-axis itself. So we have 2 lines already. Now the third line passes through these points 0, minus 6. 0 and minus 6. So out here 0, minus 6. And 7, 0. So 7 somewhere here, 7, 0. 7, 0. So that means the graph line the graph of the equation 6x minus 7y is equal to 42 intersects the x-axis at 7, 0 and the y-axis at 0, minus 6. The graph of the equation 6x minus 7y is equal to 42 intersects the x-axis at 7, 0 and the y-axis at 0, minus 6. So this is the graph line. Okay, so this is that line. 6x minus 7y is equal to 42. We know that though for graph making, we okay, can anyone tell me when we prepare a graph, we take 3 points. We find 3 points that lie on the line. But actually 2 is enough, no? See, now here you can see we have only 2 points. And we know that to define a line, 2 points are enough. When you connect the 2 points, you can get a line. If you have only 1 point with you, there'll be many lines passing through it. If you have only 1 point, there'll be many lines passing through it. Many lines passing through it. So to define a line uniquely, if you want to define a unique line, then you need just 2 points. Now these 2 points, if you give these 2 points, if you locate these 2 points in the Cartesian plane and give it to anybody, all of you will get this line segment only. You can only connect these 2 points and get the line segment, or you can extend it and get the line. So to define a line or a line segment uniquely, a unique meaning one single, all of us getting the same answer. So if you want to define a line or a line segment uniquely, then you need 2 points. You can have more than that, but you need minimum 2 points. Then all of you, if I give you this point A and this point B in the Cartesian plane, and if I ask all of you to come one by one and identify the line or the line segment, all of you will only do this. But if I give you 1 point A and ask you to define a line or a line segment, one of you might draw a line like this, another one will draw a line like this, another one will do this, and I will do this one, say. So there are infinitely many lines passing through a given point. Through a given point, we know that there are infinitely many lines. So you cannot define the line uniquely. Unique meaning all of us are getting different answers. So if you have to define a line uniquely, then you need 2 points minimum. Now my question is, normally when we make a graph, we take 3 points. You can take more than that, but we take minimum 3 points. But actually 2 points are enough to identify the line. Why do we take that 3rd point is my question. The 3rd point is not needed at all. Why are we doing 3 always? 2 is enough, no? Is my question clear, children? Please acknowledge.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Rakshita. One second. The presentation is. Yeah. My presentation is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. The 3rd point. Nobody wants to try? Okay. So the 3rd point is to just make sure that your graph line is correct. Now, for example, say you've gone wrong. See now, supposing you go wrong with 2 points, that's just to make sure that you've, drafted your coordinates or the ordered pairs correctly. Now, supposing you plot 2 points. 2 points you can always join and get a line. If you have 2 points, you can always get a line. Now, when you make 3 points, the advantage is that if the third point is here, so you will realize that, no, I've gone wrong somewhere. I'm not able to connect the 3 points. See here, supposing you plot the points, one here and one here, 2 points. You can always connect it. So then you will not realize, even if you have gone wrong, you will not realize. But supposing you have a third point. If you have a third point, so you plot like this, you have a third point on 1 point here and 1 point here. So you will realize that, no, I'm not getting a straight line. I'm not getting a straight line. So you will go back to your table and you will check. See, after checking again, if you go wrong, that's a different thing. So this will help you to check. So now when you take a third point, and if the 3 points are not collinear, you will realize that you've gone wrong somewhere in calculation. So you'll go back to your table, you'll go back to the working and recheck. That's the advantage of taking the third point. So because when you take 2 points, you can, if you've gone wrong with one of the points, you will never know, because with the 2 points, you will connect and you will get a line. But if you take a third point, that will help you identify. So when the 3 points are not collinear, you will realize that you're wrong somewhere and you'll go back and check. That's the reason. So this is what we have understood about. Okay, we haven't completed this, right? So here now the question is to find the area of the triangle. So this is the triangle. This is the triangle bounded by the x-axis, y-axis, and the line. This is the triangle. How do we find the area of the triangle? You know that the x-axis and y-axis, they are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so this one is the base, which is 7 units. And you can take this as the altitude, which is 6 units. 6 units. Anything, you can take 6 units as the base and 7 units as the height. Or you can take 7 as the base and 6 as the height, anything. So area of the triangle. So this is the origin O. You can name these points A and B, A and B. So your triangle is called AOB. So area of triangle AOB is equal to half base into height. So half into base OA into height OB. So half into 7 into 6, 21 square units. 21 square units. So the area of the triangle is 21 square units. So like this, you can find the area of the triangle without making the graph lines on a graph paper. You can just do a rough work and find the area of the triangle. This is how you do it. Yeah, please make a note of this also. So this is the summary of the graphs. Write down, children. Please write down this and let me know.
Completed, ma'am.
Yes, children. All of you? Anyone still writing?
Just a minute, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, day before yesterday, you had given 2 sums as homework, right, ma'am? For that, can you show the graph alone?
Okay, thank you, Rakshita, for reminding. Yes, I have this terrible problem. Please remind me. I need students like you to remind me about the homework. Yeah, please, thank you.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
do it right now. Yeah, if I suppose proceed, remind me again, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now I'll just wait for all of you to complete writing this and then I'll take you to that slide. Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Done, children? Finished writing?
Completed, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, how many of
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
completed the homework I gave you the other day? Rakshita has completed. Clearly, she's completed. Danya?
Completed, ma'am.
Prajit? Arjun? Raja?
No, I did not complete the homework.
Tanishka? Tanishka, I don't know if you attended the class because yesterday also I didn't find you in the meeting. So maybe you have to use the recording and check what the homework was. Dileeban?
Ma'am, recall me?
Yeah. Now you're audible, Prajit.
Yes, ma'am.
You have completed the homework on graphs?
No, ma'am, I forgot it.
Okay, no problem. Now, just set a time or set an alarm, or you'll have to set reminders on, because you have many things to do. No, you have different subjects. You have different subjects, and you attend various classes. All of us, we attend various classes. Every teacher gives you a homework. It is difficult to remember sometimes, because you don't have time for yourself. So you can have a diary. You can have a diary and maintain whatever assignment or whatever work has been given by the teacher. You can make a note of that. That's what we used to do, no? When we were, I don't know now, but when I was a student, we had a school diary and we used to write down everything in the diary. So that's a plan now. Whatever assignment is given, we had to write the name of the subject and date, name of the subject, and then whatever the teacher writes on the board, she'll write the name of the chapter and she'll say, complete the fill in the blanks, match the following, whatever. We also had workbooks. So she'll give the page number from the workbook. She'll say this workbook page number, this and this must be completed. We used to have a separate class for the content book and workbook. In the timetable itself, we had like science class, content book. If we have 6 classes for science, in the week, 4 will be for the content book and 2 for the workbook separately. So that day, the teacher will do only workbook. So we used to make a note of all that in the diary. So at home, we used to open the diary and see whatever homework is to be done. And the diary used to, so the whatever was mentioned in the diary, that was very useful to complete the homework. So like that, you must maintain a diary.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, all of you. So all of you can do that. So maintain a diary. So that becomes very disciplined, you don't have to forget on anything. So the reason can be like, I knew I had a homework, but I did not have time to do it. That sounds better than saying, oh, I just forgot that I had a homework. So, that sounds better. So you know that you had the homework, but then you couldn't manage your time to complete it. It's better than I forgot that I had a homework. Rakshita just reminded me. So, see, I forgot is a different thing, children. Now, I know the saying, practice what you preach. I know the saying, but I think you can excuse me because, my roles are more multiples. I don't know if I can say that. So, meaning, my classroom, I got to do multiple things from grade 6 to 10. So I think you can forgive me for that. for forgetting to discuss your homework, but I think you can do this. You can make a diary, write, meaning maintain a diary and plan your day. Write out all the assignments and do it accordingly. That'll be better for you. Yes, children. So it was like that when we were young, you know. So we never forgot on anything. Probably we didn't do the homework because we didn't know how to do it. Sometimes it was difficult. So, you know, we don't have help at home also, right? Parents also were not able to help us with the homework. So at least beyond a particular standard, like, you know, beyond 6th and 7th, even they hardly knew. So we didn't have help. Not much tuitions at that time. Tuitions was not popular at that time. Tuitions was very rare, you know. Mostly mothers were homemakers. So no tuitions, not much tuitions at that time. So if we didn't know, we used to go early to the school next day and copy it from the girl who used to study well and, you know, who used to always complete the assignment. So we used to go ask her for the book and copy it from her book because the teacher will beat us, no? So then scolding children in front of the other students in the class was very common. Sending us out of the class for not doing the homework. Some teachers used to even hit us with a scale. Beating, shouting, using, you know, language inappropriate now for this generation. All that was very common at that time. So we used to fear that and copy from our friend, and somehow we used to finish the homework. So it was like that. Now times have changed. Now I can't say anything. So yeah, I can only tell you, share some information regarding how not to forget doing the homework. That's all. So assignment is basically to practice. I plan something for you to practice. So kindly make sure you all of you complete that. And I'm also happy that children are very honest, you know, with saying that you've done or not done it. That's very important. So Rakshita has completed, Danya has completed, Prajit will do it today, I'm sure. Arjun, what did you say? No. Okay, so today is Saturday, tomorrow Sunday. Please kindly make sure that you completed. Raja, not done. Tanishka has to check. Dileepan, have you completed that assignment on graph? The 2 questions?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, and what about Sashank?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, children. So we are busy with something or the other. Please make sure you complete it today or at least by tomorrow. So I'll do one thing. I'll just unshare my screen and Rakshita, I'll tell you the Rakshita and Danya has done it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, Rakshita and Danya, can I share the answer with you both alone on WhatsApp at the end of the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you can just text me on WhatsApp. In case I forget to, you can just remind me. I'll share the images on WhatsApp with you both. Okay? After the class.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, next class I'll show the answer to all of you in the class. All right, children. So then we'll continue with this. Now, please tell me, since some portions are deleted, word problems, all the exercise in NCERT has been done. That rowing boat, upstream, downstream.
Yes, ma'am.
And then that bus problem, you know, that bus and car, a person goes by bus and car, speed and all that is given. All the word problems. Anything omitted from NCERT word problems, children, please let me know.
Ma'am, we did all the things, ma'am, but at the end we came to know that upstream, downstream is not there.
That's why. I don't want to take your time. Okay, please, those of you who have completed linear equations in school, please let me know how much. Yeah.
Ma'am, I have all the deleted portions. Shall I share it with you?
No, even I know the deleted. No. Deleted portions is the same as last year. I'm just trying to. So if somebody here says that my teacher has done it, then I'll do something for that student. That's why I'm asking. Deleted portions, yes, I'm aware because it is the same as last year's. So upstream, downstream, sum is not done. Then what about a person takes 2 different vehicles, you know, a car and a train? That kind of a question. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll do the other general ones and let me just talk to some of you over the phone and then get the details. Let me not spend more time now. Yeah, so then all this will not be there. Yeah, this should be there. Yes. Okay, children, fine. Now let's continue with the word problems. Number sums and all that are there, right? Number sums. A 2-digit number.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine.
Yes,
children. I
ma'am.
got it. I got it. I got it. Okay, fine. Look at this one. The ages of two friends, Annie and Biju, differ by 3 years. Now, their ages differ by 3 years. But who's elder? Is Annie elder or Biju elder? We don't know because the difference in their ages is 3 years. So it can be like Annie is 20 years old and Biju is 23, or it can be like Annie is 23 and Biju is 20. Either cases, the difference in their ages is 3 years. Annie can be 20, Biju 23, or Annie 23, Biju 20. In both the cases, the difference between their ages is 3 years. So you do not know who's elder or who's younger. Now, and finally, you see, find the ages of Annie and Biju. That's the question. Find the ages of Annie and Biju is the question. So let's first assume, don't write children, let Annie's, don't write, let Annie's present age. Let Annie's present age. This one I'll explain. There's another question which will be a test for you. Okay, so let Annie's present age be X years and Biju's present age be Y years. Okay. All right, so Annie's present age, Biju's present age. Now coming back to the information, the ages of the two friends differ by 2 years. So we have two equations from this. It can be X minus Y is equal to 3. Or it can be Y minus X is equal to 3. You don't know, depending on who's elder. So both are correct. Next, Annie's father, Dharam, is twice as old as Annie. Let's write, as we read, you should keep constructing the equations. As you read, you should keep constructing the equations. Annie's father, Dharam. Let me take D for that, okay? Or I'll write Dharam. No, I'll just write D. Okay, so Annie's father, Dharam is, see, Dharam is twice as old as Annie. Twice as old as Annie. So 2x. 2x years. Annie's father, Dharam. Dharam is twice, meaning 2 into. As old as Annie. So X. 2x years. And Biju, that is B. Biju is who? Actually Y, no? 1 minute. Biju is Y. Biju is Y. Y. Biju, that is Y, is twice as old as his sister Kathy. See, we have assumed only two variables X and Y, children. So because we have to find the ages of Annie and Biju, we have assumed Annie's present age to be X and Biju's present age to be Y. Now you have to construct the equations using only these two variables X and Y. You cannot call X, Y, Z, whatever another variable. No, use only two variables and use these two variables to construct, to get the others' ages. So Biju is twice, meaning 2 into, as old as her sister Kathy. So Kathy is a new character. So C. So what from this, what you get? C is equal to Y by 2 years. C is equal to Y by 2 years. So you can see that we have got, so there are 4 characters in this question. Annie, Biju, Dharam and Kathy. We have assumed Annie's and Biju's ages, X and Y, and we have got Dharam and Kathy's ages in terms of X and Y. So we did not have the necessity to use the third and the fourth variable. We don't have to say Dharam is Z years old and Kathy is P years old. No, we are not using 4 variables. We are using only 2 variables X and Y, and using X and Y, we have got Dharam's and Kathy's age also. So Dharam is 2x years old and Kathy is Y by 2 years old. Okay. So now we have got all their ages in X and Y. Proceed. The ages of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. The ages of Kathy and Dharam. Now, who's Kathy? Kathy is Biju's sister. And who's Dharam? Dharam is Annie's father. So obviously here you cannot say you do not know who's elder. Because Annie's and Biju's age, they differ only by 3 years. So they're like, you understand, they are of one generation. But Annie's father, Dharam, is of a different generation. Annie and Biju, now say the present generation, Annie and Biju, Annie's father, so the earlier generation. So the ages of Kathy and who's Kathy? Biju's sister. So Kathy, Annie and Biju, they're of one generation. Because Kathy is Biju's sister. So Annie, Biju and Kathy, this generation, Dharam, earlier generation. So obviously the ages of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. It's clearly Dharam's age minus Kathy's age. It cannot be Kathy's age minus Dharam's age. See, here we don't know who's elder. Annie or Biju, who's elder, we don't know. That's sensible. But when you say, I don't know who's elder, Kathy or Dharam, no, that doesn't make sense. You know, because you understand, Dharam is of the earlier generation. He's Annie's father. So clearly Dharam's age minus Kathy's age is 30 years, not the other way. So Dharam's age, D's age minus Kathy's age, C's age is equal to 30 years because their ages differ by 30 years. So Dharam's age is 2x minus Kathy's age is y by 2 is equal to 30. So when you take the LCM, so you will get 4x minus y is equal to by 2 is equal to 30. 4x minus y by 2 is equal to 30. So you get 4x minus y is equal to 60. This is the third equation. Now what you have to do, 1 and 2, equations 1 and 2 are constructed from the same information. So you should not solve them. See, I don't want anyone to be working now. All of you have to listen when I'm talking. You might know 100 things. Okay. Okay. So out of 100 things, you might know 99. But there might be one information which is new to you. So wait for that and listen to me. Whenever I'm talking, children, please, you have to listen to me. Do not work because you know the answer to the question. So on taking the LCM and cross multiplying, we get the third equation, 4x minus y is equal to 60. Now we have three equations. Equations 1 and 2 should not be solved. You should not solve equation 1 and 2 because they're equations constructed from the same information. Annie's and Biju's age differ by 3 years. Using that information, we have constructed two equations. So equations constructed using the same information should not be solved. So you should not solve 1 and 2. That means you must solve equation 1 and equation 3 and equation 2 and equation 3. Solve 1 and 3, 2 and 3. Don't solve 1 and 2. Solve equation 1 and 3 and find the values of x and y. Also solve equations 2 and 3. Solve 1 and 3, 2 and 3 and find the values of x and y. So this is how the answer goes. You can see the answer here. You can see it here. Exactly what I explained is here. So when you solve the equations, you get, in the first case you get x is 29 and y is 26. In the second case, you get x is 21 and y is 24. And they're acceptable, no? They're all positive values. They're all acceptable. You can, a person can be 21 years old. Another person can be 24 years old. A person can be 29 years old. A person can be 26 years old. You're not getting, you can get a fraction also here. You can get a fraction because it is age, right? It can be a fraction. It can be a decimal value. It cannot be negative or 0. That's all it is. When it comes to age cannot be 0 or it cannot be negative. It can be a fraction. See, somebody can be 5 by 2 years old. That means 2.5 years old. It's possible. Any practical answer for age is accepted. Now, supposing you work and you get Dharam's age is, like 10. That's not practical. So you should ignore that. If you get an impractical answer, that should be ignored. So age cannot be negative, age cannot be 0, but it can be fractions. Decimal value, you can get 10.3, 11.3, you can get all that. Yeah, so you can accept all the values of x and y. So 2 sets of answers possible. The 2 friends, if Annie is elder, I hope you're all listening to me. If Annie is elder, then it will be 29, 26. If Biju is elder, then it will be 21, 24. Depending on, so we have 2 sets of answers because we don't know who's elder. So if Annie is elder, then it will be 29, 26. If Biju is elder, then it will be 21, 24, according to the given information. Is this answer clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Please write down this question and work this answer. The next one will be a test. Next similar question will be a test. I'll just do one thing, children. I just need a break for 10 minutes. I'll just show you this question. Take a screenshot of this question, children. Please take a screenshot of this question. This is your test question. This is your test question. Taken a picture, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now complete this answer. Take down this question and answer, and then try that question as test. I'll just get back in 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure you had more than sufficient time to complete, children.
Ma'am, there is a mistake in the slide.
In this slide, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me where.
Ma'am, after minus 3x is equal to minus 57, x is equal to 19, not 29.
Yeah. Correct.
And y is equal to 16, not 26.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll do the correction. Minus 3x is equal to minus 57. X is equal to, yeah, 19. Correct. All of you found that mistake? All of you? Must be a typing error. I have worked it correctly, but while typing, Anyways, thank you, Sashank, for that. There's 19 children, 19. And when you substitute 19 here, it becomes 16, right? So this is 19 and 16. Okay. What about this one, Sashank? The second one is right.
Ma'am, why did you do the second time also?
Or you didn't do this part, is it?
Yes, ma'am, I did on my own.
No, then you have to watch the recording because I did mention that you should listen to me when I'm talking. So you were not listening to me. So you please use the recording to understand why we have to do this one. Okay, children, so here there is a mistake in typing, it's a 19. All of you, if you've not noticed that, please make a note of it. It's 19 here. Okay, please do that correction. Other children, did you find any mistake with the second working here?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So now what is the age of A here, children?
26, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
26, ma'am.
Only one answer?
I mean, they only asked A's age, ma'am.
No. I meant like, are you getting two different answers for A?
No, ma'am. 26.
26. Okay. Yeah. You're all right. A is 26. Since it's similar to the previous one, please go through the answer. And if you need to make any corrections or something, please use a slide to help yourself. Just wait for 2 minutes. A is 26 is the right answer. All right, children, over to the next one. This we already finished, right? Oh, we have a similar question. Yes, I think you can do this by yourself. Yes, this is the next question, children. Try this. It's a similar one, but a different question. Take down this question. Please try this.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I'm getting A's age is 26 and B's age is 24.
You must get two sets of answers because A and B are friends and their ages differ by 2 years. So you do not know if A is elder or B is elder. So you will get two sets of answers. If you know who's elder, then you will have only one set of answer. Like the test question which you had earlier. I'll
Yes.
tell you. Yeah. Here you will have two answers. I want both. Yeah, others? What's the answer for this one? Okay, it's time. So see here. Please look at your screen, children. X, Y. Difference is 2 years. So it can be like this or like this. So X minus Y is equal to 2 or Y minus X is equal to 2 because you do not know who's elder. Then the other equation, the third equation I got is 4X minus Y is equal to 80. So I solve 1 and 3. See here, solve 1 and 3. I got 26, 24. When I solve 2 and 3, 2 and 3, I get this. Now, I want to know why I should not solve 1 and 2. Can we solve 1 and 2? If no, why?
Because you'll get 0.
Ma'am, because it is the equation is formed from the same situation or the same problem.
Very good. That was Danya, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, this is what I said. This is what I said. When you construct the equations from the same information. You should not solve them. Now, x minus y is equal to 2 and y minus x is equal to 2. Both these equations are constructed from the same information that the ages differ by 2 years. So these two equations you should not solve. You have got this equation from a different information. So you must solve 1 and 3, 2 and 3. Then only you will get both the set of answers. See, okay, children, see, if you have not been doing it all these days, when I'm talking, please don't try to work the answer. That you can do. If you know it, you can do it. But you have to listen to me. Maybe I'm sharing something which you don't know. For that, you have to listen to me fully. Why am I talking so much? I can just show you the answer like this on the screen. Write down. If you have any doubt, you ask me. Please listen. Listening is also an art. Please listen. When I'm talking, don't write. You're not expected to write when I'm talking. Listen to me and then you will be given time to work. Now, if you're writing when I'm talking, then when I give you the time to write, you'll have to wait idly. No, idle, right? So you're only losing on something. So the wise thing is you listen to me when I talk. And then when you're given the time to work, you can work it. You're going to do it by yourself only. I'm not asking you to copy it from the screen. Even if I show you the answer, you do it by yourself. You don't have to look at the screen and copy it. So anyways, you can work by yourself. Yeah, children. Yeah, let me know. See, I've shown the, the answer. So you have to tell me where you have a doubt. This is the next one. Solving 2 and 3. So how do we solve 2 and 3? See, y and minus y gets cancelled. Y and minus y gets cancelled. So 4x minus x is 3x, 82. 27, 1 by 3. So substitute 29, 1 by 3. Yeah, children, any questions?
Ma'am, can we represent the age in decimal?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
To be more appropriate, if you can find it in months, you can leave it like this. Otherwise, what is 1/3 of a year? 1 by 3 into 12. So 4 months. But that's
Okay,
going to be very odd. Nobody's going to. You can just actually. It's best to leave it like this. Writing 27
Okay.
years, 4 months. That is fine when it is about. Simple interest and compound interest. When you're working a question on simple interest or compound interest, then the time can be written as 27 years, and 1/3 into 12 is 4 months. But for age, it sounds weird because nobody's going to say that I'm 27 years and 4 months old. For age, you can leave it like this. If there's some question on time, then you can write it as 27 years, 4 months, and things like that. But I won't say it's wrong. See, when you write 27.3, it is an approximation, right? Because 27 1/3 is the actual value. When you write 27.3 for this, it's an approximate value. It looks like as if it is exactly 27.3. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
See, supposing it was 27 1/4, yeah, then you can write 27.25 because it's an exact value. 27 1/4 and 27.25 exact values. So you can write it like this. Yeah. All right, children. So that's about it. So you can take a screenshot just in case you've gone wrong in many places and you need to rework it. Take a picture. So the earlier test question, here we got only one answer. A is 26 because it's given very clearly that A is elder to B. A is elder to B by 2 years. So if A is X and B is Y, since A is elder, you have only this equation X minus Y is equal to 2. The elder one's age minus the younger one's age is equal to 2. The difference is 2. So because here it is specified A is elder. So you have only one equation, X minus Y is equal to 2. You should not write Y minus X is equal to 2 because this is wrong. Y minus X is equal to 2 is wrong. Because you know who's greater, who's elder, A is elder. So because you have only, for every information, if you have only one equation, you will get only one set of answer. But for an information, if you have two or three equations, then you will get many sets of answers. Yeah. All right. The next one, the present age of a woman is 3 years more than 3 times the age of her daughter. 3 years hence, the woman's age will be 10 years more than twice the age of her daughter. Find their present ages. Reading like this, we cannot construct any equation. Okay, so you have to keep write. As you read, you must write. As you read, you must write. As you're reading it in English, you must keep converting it to a mathematical statement, a mathematical equation. If you read the full thing and think nothing, we can write. Yeah, so find their percentages. So we start like this. Let the percentage, don't write, listen to me, of the woman or daughter. Anybody can be X. The other one will be Y. So let me do it the way I've done it here only. Mother I've called X. So let the percentage of the mother, okay, of mother be X and daughter be, the percentage of the daughter be Y. Now, as you read, construct the equation. See, the present age of a woman, that is X. How will you, listen. The present age of a woman, S means equal to 3 years more than, that means plus 3. 3 times the age of her daughter. So 3 times meaning 3 into Y. This is the equation. And what's the present age of the mother? X. As you read, you must keep writing. You should not read it and then think about the equation. See here. I'll do it again. See here. The present age of a woman. What is that? X. S means equal to 3 years more than. That means plus 3. 3 times the age of her daughter. 3 times the age of her daughter. So 3 into y, 3y. So what is the first equation? The first equation is x is equal to 3y plus 3. You must always put that plus 3 or minus 3 behind, because listen to this. When you say that you have 5 more than 10, what is 5 more than 10? So that means you have 10 and 5 more than that. So plus 5 you should put it behind. 5, supposing you have 100 and you say I have 5 less than 100. You have 5 less than something, no, that something should come first. 5 less than 100 is not 5 minus 100. 5 less you have, less than what? Less than 100. That thing should come first, minus 5. Similarly, 3 years more than something, that something should come first. 3 years more than what? 3y. So 3y plus 3 it is. It's not 3 plus 3y. You will get the same answer, but it's wrong. It's wrong to write 3y, sorry, 3 plus 3y. It's like other, but it's 3y more than 3. 3y more than 3. 3y plus 3 means 3 more than 3y. That's the difference. So x minus 3y is equal to 3 is the first equation. Then 3 years hence. So you know 3 years hence meaning later. X plus 3, y plus 3. Future ages. Now 3 years hence. So when they say 3 years hence, you must use only these x plus 3 and y plus 3. You must use these ages. 3 years hence. Okay. So 3 years hence. The woman's age will be means equal to. Will be means equal to. The woman's age. What is the woman's age after 3 years? X plus 3. X plus 3. Will be means equal to 10 years more than. 10 years more than meaning plus 10. Twice the age of her daughter. Twice the age of her daughter at that time only. Now we are not in the present. We are in the future, 3 years. So now you should not have a doubt. Twice the age of her daughter means her daughter's present age or future age. We are not at all in the present. We are in the future only now. 3 years hence. So we are all now 3 years into the future. 3 years hence, mother's age, that is x plus 3 will be means equal to 10 years more than plus 10. Twice the age of her daughter. So that means 2. Twice the age of her daughter is what? 2 into
Y, ma'am.
2 into y. 2 into y plus 3.
2 into y or 2 into y plus 3?
2 into y plus 3, ma'am.
2 into y plus 3.
Are we in the present or we are in the future? 3 years into the future.
We are in the future, ma'am.
Future. We are in the future. So in the future, what is the daughter's age? Y plus 3. Correct. So Sashank was right. Rakshita was right. Somebody said y. That's why I said listen to me. We are not in the present at all. Then how will the daughter's age be y? We are not today here. We are already 3 years into the future. So that time, what is the daughter's age? Y plus 3. 3 years. See, the question is taking us into the future. 3 years hence. So now it's 2026 for us. It's not 2023. 3 years hence. The question has taken us into the future. 3 years hence. So now we are in 2026. Like that it is. Okay, so you should write the future age only. The y plus 3. You must use only x plus 3, y plus 3 here. You must use in the second part of the information 3 years later. So you must use only x plus 3 and y plus 3. X and y will not come. Supposing they say 10 more than twice the percentage of the daughter. If they say percentage, then you should use the percentage. If they simply say age of the daughter, that is the future age only. If they mention twice the present age of the daughter, then you must use the present age. If nothing is mentioned, it is not the present age, it is a future age only. So the second equation is
X plus 3 minus 10.
No, x plus 3 is equal to, you should write that more than, you should write later. Plus 10 you should put here, and then 2 into y plus 3. That's all. So 3 years later, the mother's age will be 10 more than twice the age of the daughter. See here. 3 years hence, the mother's age will be, this is the mother's age, will be, means equal to 10 more than twice the age of the daughter. I will have to solve these equations and find the values of x and y. Yeah, do it, children. The answers here. Take down the question and work it. Yeah, please complete this, children. I'll just come in 2 minutes. Yeah, this is the next one, children. Construct the equations and tell me. No, tell me the assumptions first. What will you assume? Read the question. Tell me the assumptions first.
Ma'am, the age of the two children is X and Y.
Okay. So one child's age is X, the other one is Y, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what about the father's age?
X plus
Yeah.
2x plus y, ma'am.
2 into X plus Y, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, 2 into bracket x plus y.
So that means let the age of one child be X, the other child be Y. So the sum of the ages is X plus Y, and the father's age is 2 into X plus Y. Okay. Yeah, after that. Yeah, construct the equations. Yeah.
We should take the father's age as x, ma'am, and the age of both the children together be y, ma'am.
Perfect. Yes. You must take the father's age as X and the sum of, supposing there are 3 children also, the sum of the ages of all the 3 children together as Y. See, because the question is only to find the father's age, not the children's age. The question is to find only the father's age and not the children's age. So you can go with this. You can say let the present age of the father, present age of the father's present age. You can take the father's present age as X and the sum of the percentages.
2 children.
Yeah, percentages of the two children. By. See,
So
in this question,
x is equal to 2y.
Correct. 1 second. Just a second. I'll ask you, Sachin. So since here we have to find only the age of the father, take the father's percentage as X. And supposing there are 5 children also, let the sum of the percentages of all the 5 children be Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. You're not asked to find the children's ages. Yes, Sashant. Yeah, please continue. So what will be their ages after 20 years? No, let's find after 20 years.
X plus 20 equal to.
Yeah.
So 20x is equal to 20 plus x is equal to y plus. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
yeah.
20x is x plus 20 is equal to y plus 20.
Y plus 20. Okay. Good. Well tried, Sashank. Very good. All of you? We'll go with that. After 20 years. So after 20 years, the father will be, after 20 years, the father will be X plus 20. X plus 20. So after 20 years, father's age will be equal to the sum of the ages of his children. So after 20 years, so Y plus 20. Correct?
Ma'am, it is given
Yes.
twice the sum of.
After 20 years, no, that is one equation. X is equal to the age of the father is twice the sum of the X is equal to 2y is an equation that is over. X minus 2y is equal to 0. That is over. Now the ages are X plus 20 and Y plus 20.
X minus Y is equal to 0.
No, that's what. I'm asking the class if we can go with this equation, the second equation. Is this correct, all of you? Shall we solve the two equations? Okay. Now, supposing there are, say two siblings, one of them is 10 years old, the other one is 12 years old. Okay. Now, 2 years later, the present age is 10 and 12 years. 2 years later, 10 will become 12. 12 will become 14. Each of their ages will increase by 2 years. Each of their ages will increase by 2 years. So 12 and 14. So what is the sum? 26. So here, what is the present age sum is 22. So 22 plus 2 years for one sibling plus 2 years for the other sibling. After 2 years, each of them will grow older by 2 years. So how many of our siblings are there? For each of them, you should add 2. In the same way, here, there are 2 children. There are 2 children. So after 20 years, each of their ages will increase by 20. So that means it will be y plus 40, not y plus 20. The sum of the, see here, father's age after 20 years. Father's age after 20 years will be x plus 20. X plus 20 years. Sum of the ages of the 2 children. Sum of the ages of the 2 children after 20 years. After 20 years will be now y has 2 children in it, meaning y is the sum of the ages of 2 children. Each of them will grow older by 20 years. So it will be y plus 20 plus 20. Supposing 3 children, another 20 you should add. 4 children, another 20. 5 children, another 20. Each of them will grow older by 20 years. So here, since there are 2 children, y plus 1 will increase, 1 will grow older by 20 years, the other also by 20. So y plus 40 will be the sum of the ages of the 2 children after 20 years. Now the equation will be the father's age will be equal to, so x plus 20 is equal to. I told you after 20 years means now we are in the future. Don't use x and y. You must use the new ages. So father's age will be equal to, okay, father's age will be equal to the sum of the ages. So it will be y plus 40. X plus 20 is equal to y plus 40. Agree, children? All of you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Whenever the question takes
Yes,
you into
ma'am.
the future. Yeah, very good. After 20 years. So when you read that, you should use the ages after 20 years only. You should not use present ages. Only if they say present age, you must take present age. Otherwise, it is a future age. So after 20 years, his age, that is the father's age. So x plus 20 will be his age, meaning the father's age, that is x plus 20, will be meaning equal to, will be equal to, meaning equal to the sum of the ages of his children, the sum of the ages of his children. So his children are now y. 20 years later, each one will grow older by 20 years. So y plus 40. So x plus 20 is equal to y plus 40. Is it fine, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think I don't have the answer for this one. So you can just make a note of this. I'll write it neatly again. Or I think it is clear. See, this is what you should write, children. Father's present age. You should just write, let the father's present age be X years. Let the sum of the present ages of two children be Y years. Father's age after 20 years, this one after 20 years. So you should just put years here. So the other equation is, the first equation is X is equal to 2y. Father is twice the sum of the ages of the two children. So X is equal to 2y, or X minus 2y is equal to 0 is the first equation. Second equation is X plus 20 is equal to Y plus 40. So you get X minus Y is equal to 20. This is the second equation. Solve the two equations. So X minus 2y is equal to 0. X minus Y is equal to 20. Change the signs. Change the signs, cancels. So minus Y is equal to minus 20. Y is equal to 20. But you should find the father's age. So substitute. When you substitute Y is equal to 20, you will get X is equal to 40. So the father's present age is 40 years. Take a screenshot of this one, children, and finish it. Take a picture of this answer and finish it, children.
Taken, ma'am.
All of us understood? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the call.
Thank you. Ma'am.
Next regular class on Thursday. If there's any, tomorrow there'll be no class. No class tomorrow. If there's a class on Monday, I'll let you know by tomorrow. And the time we decided was 2:30 to 4 in the afternoon, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
2:30 to 4. Yeah, we decided that time.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. So I'll let you know. I'll update that by tomorrow. Tomorrow there is no class. For now, tomorrow there's no class. Thank you, children. You may leave the call.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am.
children. Thank you. Thank you.